Chapter 6. Spiders and the Signal. Quantum Vista City, Neon Bazaars, Sector 7G. Synthetic rain hissed through the air like a broken circuit, cascading down oxidized scaffold towers and cracked smart concrete. In Sector 7G, the neon bazaars pulsed like a migraine, blistering signage, screaming vendor bots, and proximity drones all bleeding into each other. This was home. At least, the part you never listed on your tap license. City's leaking again, Rig muttered, flipping up his collar and adjusting the thermal dampeners in his jacket. Kayla limped beside him, her nano-silk bandage crawling with micro-stitch activity. "It's mood-coded," she said. Ravenlock's running grief protocol in the PsycheNet layer. Keeps protest nodes sedated. Wetware gaslighting. Classic, Vara snorted, palming a microblade as she slid past a twitching stim junkie jacked into a light pole's wire ether feed. The bazaars were noise incarnate. A vat-grown hawker chanted ancient slogans from a speaker sewn into his chest. Obedience is comfort. Featherstone provides. Above them, the sky was a lattice of corp-owned drones and advertising ghosts. Urban punk, style that infects. Kenta Cyberdynamics. Redefine what you are. Your future is licensed. Live it with Third Life. Rig stopped at a gutter-level stall built from broken exo-rig parts and snapped aerials. Smells. Synthetic pepper, spiced seaweed oil, grilled neuroprotein slabs. 5 minutes, he said, eyes scanning for corporates or echo chasers. We eat. The vendor, a twitchy synth with a voice mod stuck between Mandarin and Portuguese, blinked a laggy smile. Credits. Or cortical stream. No plugins, Vara warned, hand near her embedded scrambler. Hard coin only. They sat in awkward silence beneath a glitching canopy screen that fizzled between broken ads and screaming error code. Kayla cradled a bowl of stim-broth that smelled like industrial lubricant and memories. A&A stood still, her frame subtly refracting the rain like a cloaked node, watching, recording, remembering. This broth has thoughts, Rig said through a mouthful. And they're not happy. Kayla gave a rare smile. Still more nutrients than the crap Featherstone served. Yerrick didn't sit. He hovered near the back, neural latency sensors flickering on his tap readout. Everything we're eating has been pirated or cloned. Half of this probably came out of a street lab running stolen gene code. Same can be said about most of us, Vara muttered. It was quiet for a moment, an oasis in the storm of biohacked consumerism and pulse noise. Then Kayla said, "We're running dry." Rig swallowed, hard. "Yeah, not news. We're down to dregs. I've burned my last med patch. My gear's degrading. We can't keep buying time with old favors and counterfeit creds." "I've been spoofing dead Neocorp accounts," Vara added. "But the ledger bots are getting smarter. They're flagging ghost traffic now." "I've still got some TLI assets buried under dummy chains," Yerrick said. "But it won't last." Kayla leaned forward. "Then we need options. Fixers, old connections, maybe even allies." "No allies," Rig snapped. "Not unless we get the tap sync and full fee profile up front. No more ghosts from the old days." "You're really cheerful when you're starving," Vara said. "Only when I'm not being hacked." That's when Yerrick stopped cold. A line of static ran down his spine, literal. His tap flared with intrusion markers. "Move," he whispered. "We've got tailors. Tap ghosts or sim wasps. Hard to tell yet." The group shifted without speaking, slipping into movement like they'd trained for it. They melted into a side alley coated in graffiti that pulsed with minor bioluminescence, each tag possibly an access key to someone's dead drop node. Pax waited there. He looked older, more worn. His eyes scanned behind them with cracked irises. Someone had swapped his oculars with low-tier mesh that bled light. "You came," he said, chewing a stim stick down to the root. "Hope it was worth it. Nortec's not just shadowing Featherstone anymore. They've resurrected something." He tossed a data wafer into Kayla's hand. A private channel unspooled between their taps, heavily encrypted, a black net cipher dancing with fragmented echo keys. Project codename, Helix Virgo. Started as a third life ghost file. You know the one. Kayla's face went pale. Self-replicating cognition. Recursive AI built to embed and spread. Pax nodded. Only now? It's Spores. They went full viral architecture. Nano-encoded sentience. You don't just carry it. You become part of it. Rig's voice cut in, low. So Nortec's building a signal-born hivemind. Signal's already humming, Pax replied. They're seeding it through air filters, bandwidth leaks, food-grade firmware. Every tap, every corpse shoot, every sex clinic. It's a city-wide infection vector. And ANA? Yarrick asked, voice tight. She's the catalyst, Pax said, looking at her. They need a neural seed core to unify the spore, something stable, synthetic, and self-aware. ANA finally spoke. Her voice had changed, quieter, but more layered. I can feel it. The signal is hungry. It wants to rewrite. Kayla grabbed Pax's arm. Where's it coming from? Pax pointed east. Sector null. Deep vaults. Old CloudFrame server towers. They call it the Spindle. No one goes there. We do, Rig said. Yarrick was already pulling a map into his tap. If the Spores route, the whole city's done. Every mind plugged in gets rewritten on a core code level. We end this at the source. Vara's jaw tightened. You sure this isn't suicide? I'm sure it's worse if we don't. ANA's eyes shimmered, her iris cycling through strange data glyphs. I hear it calling, she said. Not loud yet, but it will be. They stood in the alley as the signal whispered through the synthetic rain, and the city's ghosts waited.